Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's action figure finds and unboxings, I've got another order from Hederation, as well as a Walmart pickup. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back. Like I said, today I got an order from Hederation, which the head sculpts are probably my favorite mail calls, pickups, whatever. I'm always really excited because every time I get a new head sculpt, that means I can add typically add a character to my collection that I don't have. We haven't gotten from anywhere else, and today is definitely the case. I've got some stuff that I can upgrade, stuff that I can add to the collection. So we'll get to that second. First here, we have my Walmart pickup, and I was going around just doing some hunting, kind of looking for figures. Wasn't looking for anything in particular, so I was just kind of checking out the aisles. And one figure that I haven't picked up is the Elite 100 Stone Cold, or not Stone Cold, I think it's Stunning Steve, and then the Elite 100 Andre the Giant. So I've both been trying to get both of those. But I was at this store and I saw the Stunning Steve, and I've seen this one around. I've seen it at a few places, but my thought was like, oh, I'll wait till Ringside has a little bit cheaper. And I think at one point it might have gone down a little bit, but I plan on picking a bunch of stuff up for Black Friday. And now, instead of just picking stuff up at retail, I will check Ringside, see what their price is. And they didn't have this Stunning Steve anymore. So I was like, what the heck? Pick them up now. I really want that belt. The character itself, I'm not like sold. I'm not like a diehard Stunning Steve Austin fan, but I like adding to the old WCW collection, and I always love adding new belts. So decided to pick this up. Still on the hunt for that Andre, but he is also on Ringside's website, so gonna track that down one day. But got Stunning Steve. I want to open it up, take a look at it real quick, and then we'll move on to the head sculpts. Out of the package, definitely a cool figure. I love different gimmicks of characters, and it's a little different now. Back in the day, guys hopped around different promotions and they tried different gimmicks. They had different things that didn't work or did work, and if it didn't work, they could kind of go away. They could come back, try something new. Now we don't really have that because of social media. We could have, like with Bray Wyatt, he had his swamp cult leader gimmick. He had his was like a slight change, but some people just scrap what they had and redo it. But you can't really do that. You come back, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good modern example. Bray Wyatt did have like a weird masked character he tried briefly, like maybe for like a single match in FCW that people didn't really know about. But now there's always pictures, there's always videos, so you see people and you're like, well, what the heck? This is just what's face. I think Velveteen Dream, that's a good example. Velveteen Dream was in Tough Enough. He came in, he was Patrick Clark. He wrestled as Patrick Clark just a little bit, kind of an enhancement guy. Then he was gone. He came back as Velveteen Dream, and I remember even myself thinking like, what in the world did they do to this guy? The rest, we don't have to get into that because this is about Steve Austin, but Steve Austin had a bunch of different gimmicks before he was Stone Cold, but obviously he's most remembered for Stone Cold, so getting characters like this I think are really cool. I definitely think that we're going to get an ECW Stone Cold at some point, kind of between his WCW and going to WWE. He wasn't even Stone Cold when he went to WWE yet. But this figure, I think, looks really cool. I think it does capture that time well. He had a ponytail, so Stone Cold just even having hair is weird. This robe is very nice. I'm trying to get it off here. They gave him the nice cloth goods robe. The tie is in the back so that you can actually tie it shut. What NWA belt is this? TV champion? Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, I did see some people talk. I think that the belt he held was actually black. So I don't know why we got the red version, but it is a different look. Obviously, most our belts, well, not even anymore. WWE likes to change their leather color, but a lot of the belts are black. So you get a black and or a red and silver one like that. It does look pretty different. I say that as I have the AEW's TNT TV belt, which maybe they took some inspiration there. But anyway, here's the stunning Steve in his colored tights, white boots, long hair, just not at all what you think of with Steve Austin, but cool to add. I love filling out that old WCW roster. We've just like slowly gotten pieces from then, but I did grab a couple of my other figures. So one of the guys that he does credit for like some of his best matches is Ricky Steamboat in WCW. For the belt, I'm pretty sure, I'm really not well versed in that, but he had his match with Ricky Steamboat. So there's the WCW Steamboat. And then I did have some of his other WCW figures. So they all have the same formula for the most part, I think. Maybe the calves might be a little bit different, but we've got a stunning Steve from when he was with the Hollywood Blondes. And I do have my custom Brian Pillman. So I've got both Hollywood Blondes here. Just showing you. So we've got Stunning Steve there, and then we have the Ringmaster, which is what he was briefly in WWE before he started transitioning to being Stone Cold. He was he was the Ringmaster. He had the $1 Million Championship, his belt, or not belt, or he held the $1 Million belt. His finishing move was the sleeper hold, and then he switched to Stone Cold and was almost named Chili McFreeze. So, glad that didn't happen. Glad we got the Stone Cold everyone came to know and love. But this is a really cool figure. I'm excited I got it, but now I want to get to the head sculpts. Alright, so this is a smaller order of head sculpts. I do have one more currently that is on its way. That one is it's gigantic compared to what I typically order. So this one was a smaller order in between. Federation had been doing some deals where if you ordered like during a pay-per-view, so I think I did like order like SummerSlam. I think this one might have been from All In at Wembley. I'm pretty sure so, but if you ordered then, like you had like a 24-hour period, that if you ordered in that period, you got an extra head thrown in. So I'm always about getting value, getting a deal when I'm buying my action figures. So I hopped on that. There's always stuff that I could pick up from his store. So first off here, actually, I'm going to grab all three of these out. I've talked about this a little bit. I've got 3 of the curly-haired Will Ospreay figures. So all the same head scan, but I've got a lot of Will Ospreays that I plan to make. So I needed to pick up some Will Ospreays. So I've already got a bunch of decals ordered for the Ospreys, and it's just a matter of getting all the parts. So got to get some more Rollins legs, maybe some Ultimates. We'll see if I use some Ultimate torsos, but we're either going to do Ultimate torsos. I don't know. I'm going to kind of mess around with formulas. It might not even all be the same, but I want to paint some of these. I want to sell some of the Ospreys, so we'll see. But we've got 3 more in here I want to check out. I only remember 1, maybe 2. So let's see what we got. Moose. So I have wanted to make Moose for a while. If you don't know who that is, he's in TNA. I've wanted to make him for a while, but we were supposed to be getting some TNA figures, and we're not anymore because apparently TNA was not happy with the product, how it was looking, how the timeline was coming along, so they canceled them, and they're looking for something new. But I went ahead, I ordered a Moose because he's far from one of my favorite characters, but he's very prominent in TNA, and I just like I don't know, world building, I guess, with my collection. Like I want to have everyone I can. I talk about that all the time. I'm sure if you watch every video, you might be getting sick of me hearing that, but I'm always going to say it. Like, I just want everyone that I can get in my collection. So as of recording today, is a bunch of guys got released. So like I'm really hoping I still get Top Dollar, his basic that we are supposed to be getting. Like Dolph Ziggler got released. So those lower guys, Dolph Ziggler is not necessarily one of those like lower guys, depending on like when you started watching Dolph Ziggler. But I always want to get figures of people, so if they're getting released, going other places, I add them to the list of the custom to do list, add them to my collection however I need to. But Moose is one of those guys, and I'm excited to do all his tattoos. Tattoos are always really fun to decal. Next up here, we have a Nick Aldis head sculpt. So I don't know exactly when this is based on, but I did make a Nick Aldis, and you know what? I'm going to go grab that real quick. All right, I went and grabbed my Nick Aldis, and this is one of the first customs that I made right before I started the channel, right before, or not before, like right when I started using decals again. I say again, the first time I used decals, I sucked. So if you look at any of my customs and think, oh man, Figure Dude's pretty good at customs, just know I was garbage when I started. I did some bad stuff. I sucked at decals, and I've come a long way. So if I can do that, just know that you can as well. But this is my first Nick Aldis figure I had made, and I use a Jakks head. I think it's, I don't know, Jakks TNA, but it's a huge head. So I don't know if I'm going to try just another one altogether. Like, you can see the size difference there. I don't know. I might just paint up this head and put it on the body. The custom is okay. It works, but I've gotten way better. So maybe I'll redo it. I don't know. Put it on the list. We'll get down the line. Maybe I'll completely redo it. But nonetheless, I was really excited. This was the bonus head that was in here, was the Nick Aldis. So you blind order it. You don't necessarily know what it's going to look like. You just know who the character is. So I'm pretty happy with that one. And then last, this one is one I had gone back and forth on for a while, but I'm excited to add it because it looks awesome. But it is Sabu from ECW, and I have a Sabu Elite in my collection, but I don't love it. I don't love the formula. It's a Jakks head, and the Jakks head itself isn't bad, but it's really big, so this one is sized much better. I love all of the texture in the hair. I love the hair on the face, just all of it. I'm really, really excited about that Sabu. I just have to figure out exactly what I want to do for my next custom. So we have them all lined up there. You can see the Ospreys, Moose, Nick Aldis chilling out over here, and then Sabu. But that is going to wrap everything up for today's finds and unboxings. Like I said, I've got another Hederation order coming. It's huge. I'm excited. I can't wait to do that, but it'll get here when it gets here. So till then, we'll see. You'll keep picking stuff up at stores. I'm sure I'll buy some more decals, but other than that, if you like what we're doing here, you can go check out the playlist full of unboxings. Check out the other playlists on the channel. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate it. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude out.